Well, here we are, folks. A day after, the same exact day that the judge finds in favor of HISD to not preserve the historical Wheatley building, to not preserve it, to side with HISD and let them tear down the historical structure to cut the black man off from his history, as is the plan in Texas education. And we know that it's the plan. I personally investigated and know that it's the plan, because when I first got to Houston 2 years ago, I had to do a report so that we could bid on some of the management contracts in the $1.8 billion, $1.9 billion bond initiative, and I stumbled across some links in Wikipedia where I found that Houston education in Texas intends to deliberately teach that Martin Luther King was a communist, and that civil rights was wrong and slavery was right, basically. That black people deserve to be slaves because they're somehow just depraved anyway. So there you have this school, that famous, infamous Phillis Wheatley High School, the original. It turned to the H.P. Carter Center and a DeVry School later on, and then you have the E.O. Smith facility there. It was all vocational school for a while. It was originally built in 1929. Barbara Jordan went to this school. Michael Strahan went to this school. George Foreman went to this school. Hubert Laws went to this school, a jazz musician. Joe Sample, the jazz musician, went to this school, folks. And it's all being torn down now in an effort to keep the black man cut off from his heritage, cut off from his history, by the white devil. Look at that. They're out there tearing that down. Asbestos was still on site, but they were within their full rights to tear it down. The asbestos cloud in the community, because it takes millions and millions of asbestos fibers, 30 to 40 years to kill you, according to the HISD doctor that gave his testimony. He's a professor at Baylor University that gave his testimony about asbestos. There we go, folks. Can you believe it? Sad tragedy. A sad day in the morning, folks. One of the saddest days in Houston history. The history of excellence. The black community being demolished to make way for a new school. Yet HISD has properties within 3 miles of here, totally vacant, with 4 more acres for less money they could have easily used. But no, we're the big boys. What we say goes. The hell with you niggers. What we say goes. We're HISD. We're the governmental body. We're going to cut you off from your history. Now, all over the city of Houston and other communities, HISD hasn't done that. They've repurposed and refurbished buildings. But in the historic Fifth Ward, the entire black community, what's the plan? The plan is to demolish the self-image of the historical nature of the black man, surrender the black man in post, because the white man is afraid, how you doing, of his own genetic annihilation. So he tears down things that strengthen the black man. As far as his historical roots, tears those things down. Totally black community, folks. 5th Ward. You know what a ward is in Houston? A ward means where they used to put the blacks so they can gerrymander the voting district, like they still do in Texas. Like they still do. Like Tom DeLay did. Like they did in the last election in November 2014. It's all about fear that the white man has of his own genetic annihilation at the hands of the black male phallus. And that's what you see. They're trying to destroy, psychologically, they're trying to destroy the power of black male genetics. Look at this, folks. Look at that jazz artist that went to this school. Look at that. This is the bus stop right here in historic 5th Ward, Houston, Texas. Look at that, folks. The Phillis Wheatley High School is being torn down. There's a couple new Phillis Wheatley facilities, but nothing like a building that was put up in 1929. Now they just 2 years ago, they just put millions into the library here at the E.O. Smith facility, which is adjoined to the Phillis Wheatley. So they wasted that money. They put $2 million, $3 million into the library, only to tear it down 2 years later. What a smoke and mirror act, folks. What a smoke and mirror act. Same old song and dance. But what this proves is that the black man can learn to stick together. The black people can learn to stick together, all people, against the tyranny and oppression of the stranglehold on the public resources of the world, which is us, by the corporate powerhouse, the corporate machine, so that we're not subject to the arbitrary limiting effects of their coercion in our education, because we are. Because in Houston right now, they just manufacture cogs in the machine. They have schools where, oh, you're going to be an engineer. Oh, you're going to be a this. Oh, you're going to be that. Oh, and they'll test you, and they'll put you in those schools when you're a kid. Pure communism. Pure communism. Cogs in the wheel. Controlled by the value systems of corporations. That's what you want. That's what you get. It's quite sad.